Blackburn met Liverpool in April 1993 during the last weeks of a first Premiership season, which had illustrated that reputations counted for little. Rovers were back in the top division in England and making the most of it. They sat fourth in the league and had impressed observers with their attacking football. New signing Kevin Gallacher made his debut. Alan Shearer was sidelined through injury. Rovers manager Kenny Dalglish ignored the adage that you should never change a winning side. He made 5 from the team that had defeated Queen's Park Rangers previously. As well as Gallagher, Graeme Le Saux made his first start for the club, while Tim Sherwood, Jason Wilcox and David May all returned. Ian Rush had become Wales' highest ever scorer when he netted against Belgium in midweek. Liverpool skipper John Barnes was also in the goals, scoring in England's win over Turkey. Reds boss Graham Souness was hoping both players would continue that form in the Premiership. He kept faith with the same 11 that drew 1-1 at Crystal Palace, as his side aimed to improve on their mid-table position. Your match commentator is John Helm.
Gallacher gets his first touch as a Blackburn Rovers player. He'll play up front alongside Mike Newell. And David May, the right back for Blackburn, hitting the ball long, and Newell immediately caught in an offside position. So Graeme Le Saux, the Channel Islander, Blackburn is becoming only his second club. He'd been with Chelsea from youth, but decided on transfer deadline day on a move north, with Steve Livingston going in the opposite direction. So Blackburn as busy as anybody just before the transfer deadline. Liverpool didn't figure in it at all. Here's Rosenthal giving chase across field and also giving a very hefty push in the back to Kevin Moran. Wilcox nicking the ball on, and he'll take it back as well. You just about keep it in. It was the ball from Gallacher which released him. Cut back inside the area. Newell tries to tee up the shot. Fine stop by David James, and the first real exciting moment of the game. Mike Newell created that for himself. It was a good ball in at the end of a flowing move. Here is Newell twisting, turning and not wasting any time with the shot, which James palmed out. Whelan, good ball. Rosenthal always attacks defences, plays it across. Walters coming in for it, and it's Wilcox, the opposite number 11, who shadowed his man to good effect. Now Marsh may play it in, which he does, left-footed. Barnes doesn't even bother going for it, but it's coming back towards the Blackburn net with Hutchison, who had the room for a shot, elected instead to feed Walters, who loses out to Le Saux, and Le Saux' early work is bringing him applause from his new fans. Referee sensibly waved, play on. What a chance Gallacher has, he's free, he's away, past the back line of defence, squares the ball, Mike Newell, goal! Liverpool caught asunder. Blackburn's fans applauding, and Kevin Gallacher has played his part in the first goal of the game on his debut. After 13 minutes, Kevin Gallacher broke away onto Ripley's pass, squared it, and at full stretch, Newell punishes Liverpool. Blackburn leading 1-0, and on the attack again, Ripley's header on. Newell's up there, so is Ripley. Shot from Ripley, and it's gone 6 or 7 yards wide, but Stuart Ripley keen to have a crack. Up from Moran now, Newell, Gallacher, the two linking well. Newell will strike it, and a good strike as well. A foot wide this time, and I'm not sure that James, yes, he did get there. He got a fingertip to it, and referee Redford looked hard at that before giving the corner. Laid back by Gallacher. Good signs of the partnership flourishing, and that went wide. Newell appealed for it and got it. It comes to him inside the area once more. Thumping shot, 2-0. Blackburn get their second goal. and it's Kevin Moran. Liverpool at 6s and 7s again, and Mike Newell is so instrumental in all that's happening in this match. He positioned himself at the back of the penalty area, cracked in the shot. James did his best, Moran was there. Barnes comes back to win it for Liverpool, finds Harkness now, former Carlisle United player, who will get a free kick. Ripley's challenge on him, an illegal one. He was caught from behind, but still managed to find Gallacher. Liverpool this time with 3 men around the former Coventry City player, emerging with the ball for Hutchison to stroke it into the path of Rush, and now Walters. And first time ball in, and Rosenthal missed his kick but recovers, feeds it back. Rush the shot this time, and Blackburn able to emerge with the ball once more. Wilcox loses out. Whelan won it importantly then for Liverpool. And down the line is Walters. He keeps playing in these first time crosses. He does that again. Rosenthal trying to hold it up under the challenge of Sherwood. Didn't quite win it. He had a chance though, Rosenthal, a moment earlier. Newell, poor ball from him. Hendry under challenge now inside his own box. Safety first, and Gallacher showing neat control. Wilcox trying to play it up to Ripley. But the thought prevails that both sides have given the ball away far too often. Blackburn haven't been punished for their errors, Liverpool have. There are 5 minutes left in the first half at Ewood Park, and Blackburn Rovers are leading Liverpool by 2-0. And that's a scoreline that would have been unimaginable 12 months ago even, when Blackburn were of course a second division side. But here they are now, rampaging forward again. Wilcox has the ball inside the area. It's found its way through. It's a third and a first in Blackburn shirt for Kevin Gallacher. A marvellous moment for the Scots. The ball in from Wilcox is too good for Liverpool's defence. I was just reflecting that last season, of course, Blackburn Rovers were in the second division and only won promotion via the playoffs at Wembley. And a Mike Newell penalty goal against Leicester. Liverpool was always up near the top of the first division, but at the moment it's Blackburn really calling all the shots. Liverpool with a corner. Hutchison, Rush swings on it, off the bar, and Rush again inside the area, and this time no strength in his header. And it's not Liverpool's day, that's for sure, not for the moment anyway. Ian Rush, with nearly 300 goals for Liverpool, swung on this one. A classic striker's effort. Liverpool suffered the ignominy of a 5-1 beating at Coventry just before Christmas. Well, a similar scoreline today could happen, the way the first half has turned out. And Barnes wins it back. He's got to show an appetite, and he does just that. Plays it in field for Rosenthal. Liverpool have had some chances. Hutchison looking to play Walters into space down the right, does that. The ball in must be good. It is. Hendry can put it out of play for the corner. So at least Liverpool ending the half on the attack. And they'd feel just a mite better if they went back to the dressing rooms at 3-1 than 3-0. And we have exactly 60 seconds of the half left, as Harkness takes a corner kick for Liverpool, trailing 3-0. Barnes, acrobatic but ineffective for the moment. Walters. They've had plenty of possession. Whelan swings this one in. Mimms checks and stays on his line. Rosenthal hooks in a shot. Well, it wasn't far over or wide, but it keeps the scoreline the same. Blackburn Rovers 3, Liverpool 0. Well worth a try, and the Israeli international nearly fooled Mimms. He scored the winner against Everton a couple of weeks ago. but there's been nothing for Liverpool in this game as yet. Not in terms of goals, they've had plenty of free kicks. And we've moved into time added on in the first half. Time added on by referee Redfern. And I would think Liverpool will be desperate to get back to their dressing room. Blackburn would just like to keep going. Oh, that's a foul. Sherwood, despite his protestations, it is a free kick to Liverpool in a very handy position, and they might as well bring everybody forward for this in the search for a goal, just to lessen the embarrassment of the scoreline, which I'll be reiterating in a moment as the teams go off. But this is their opportunity. Whelan's free kick for them. Is it a good one? Mimms, and it's kept out so far. Walters, well, it was unconvincing defensive work by Blackburn Rovers, but overall it's been a highly convincing performance from them. They had the fillip of a 13th minute goal from Mike Newell after their new signing Kevin Gallacher broke away on the left. After 25 minutes, Kevin Moran there managed to get on the end of another good build-up for the second goal, Newell playing his part in that. And then 5 minutes before the break, Kevin Gallacher, the £1 million signing from Coventry, got his first goal as a Blackburn Rovers player. Liverpool have been torn asunder at times. Half-time at Ewood Park is Blackburn Rovers 3, Liverpool 0. Barnes on to Rosenthal. Now Hutchison might get it back. Feeds it into space for Rush. And need a man coming up on his right in Walters. Chose to have a shot and it didn't come off. And the break is on now. And if Ripley holds here, he might... Well, a flag has gone up and I'm surprised at that. I thought Ripley had checked in time. One or two contentious offside decisions today. Liverpool continue to play their way out of trouble. The word from below, down on the pitch, is that Liverpool are considering making a substitution, and I would have thought that they need Steve McManaman on, to be honest, to give him a bit of width. And Walters has no joy again. Newell, battered to the ground by Burrows. So both sets of substitutes warming up. I certainly think it is an indication that Liverpool might make a change. Blackburn hardly need to do the way the game has gone. And this is Moran's free kick. And, Liverpool managed to get this one away. Wilcox got a bit of space, and he's a good crosser of a ball, and Burrows breasting it down. One or two of Wilcox's crosses today have been a little flat, but somehow Liverpool just haven't been able to cope with them. And now, if he's onside here, Wilcox, he'll continue to run to. Oh, dreadful mistake, Newell might score, and James has to scuttle back across his goal. Well, Mike Newell, it wasn't an easy one really. The ball was coming to him quickly. He had the guts to try a shot. Some might have ducked out of it. James had played it out here. Newell stabbing the ball back, and it was always going to be just a foot or two wide. Flicked off the head of Moran, and then it's Hendry. And once more, it's the longer ball which sees Newell against Burrows. And Burrows claiming that he won the ball fairly. Newell takes no part in the discussions, simply picks himself up, and a free kick has been given. Well, Liverpool can certainly ill afford to concede a fourth, but it's a free kick here. Wilcox swings it over. The keeper didn't quite get there. Hendry pumps it back in. Wide, and that was as good a chance as Colin Hendry will probably get in the match. His only goal was back in January against Manchester City, but here when it came out to him, the tall centre-back rifled it wide. And early eliminations from the cup competitions mean it's been the poorest Liverpool season that many of us can remember. So far this has not been a good day for them. Whelan And Marsh to McManaman. They're seeking to bring McManaman in, but he's allowed that ball to run over the chalk line. And he's giving a bit of mouth to the linesman on that far side of the field. Referee Redfern can only go along with his linesman on occasions like that. Still 3-0. Blackburn in front. They've found Hutchison in some space this time, and he'll go on into the area, and that was a challenge right on the edge of it that produces a free kick. It was Le Saux on Hutchison. He was on his way into the box, and it's the right decision. He was outside, although he ended up inside. The trailing leg of Graeme Le Saux brought him to grief. But will there be any grief for Blackburn Rovers from this free kick? Barnes and Burrows, Walters, and it's going to be Barnes, and he's chipped it in, and it flicked off the bar. Unlucky. John Barnes, who's not scored a goal in open play since January, is unlucky there. Well, Rush has hit the bar, Barnes has hit the post, and as a result, Liverpool is still on 0. And Blackburn are still on 3, but they might get something now. The keeper must be very positive, and he was. But Cowans feeds it to Ripley, who should have a shot because the goalkeeper's still getting back. He's back now, but Newell's inside the area. Oh, so close to 4. Gallacher coming to meet it, almost had a second. He nearly prospered because of Newell's quick thinking. The ball in perfectly placed for him, and that's no more than a foot outside the upright. Chances now for Blackburn once more. Wilcox, can he make it 4? He can! A beautifully struck goal, and Liverpool are totally embarrassed now. Cracking goal this one. The ball is from Cowans, and on 65 minutes Jason Wilcox rides 2 challengers and strokes home a 4th for Blackburn Rovers. David James agonises about that one. He came to meet Wilcox, but Blackburn have got 4 goals against Liverpool, and it's a long time since that happened. The fans delightedly chanting 4-0. Here's Barnes, here's McManaman, goes down. It was a fair challenge. And Liverpool, who lost 5-1 at Coventry at Christmas, are 4 behind again, and it could get worse. Gallacher, Ripley's alongside him. Here is Ripley. Only Newell in the middle, however, for the moment. Ripley carries on and overdid it. Well, Liverpool are totally stretched at times today. Walters, McManaman calling for it. He's continued his run. But so far the substitution for Liverpool has not worked. So 4 down with 25 minutes to go. It's a day of acute embarrassment for Graham Souness against his old pal Kenny Dalglish. And that's not the most convincing back pass either, and it is a back pass, so James belts it up right to the edge of the area at the other end. And was that a handball? Hutchison. And it was a handball. So it was by the Liverpool man, Hutchison. So it's going to be a Blackburn. Profited from none of them. McManaman, they've 4 men inside the penalty area. Still McManaman. And again, the breakout is on for Wilcox. Screaming for it up the middle is Newell. Gallacher wide on the left. Good ball from Newell to Gallacher. Liverpool have 4 men back. Here's the man coming in, Newell, who can't keep it in play, and I think he's too exhausted to even chase. But with Liverpool now committing so many men to attack in the search for some consolation, there is a danger of them conceding another goal. And so battling for it. And Whelan might have followed through, did he? And Le Saux is angry, and very angry indeed. But he's telling referee Redfern so. Well, there was Whelan and there was rush around Le Saux, who ironically is the one who is getting the ticking off. It was Whelan there who certainly caught him. In the end, however, the free kick has been awarded Liverpool's way. And Nicol has taken it for them. The header up towards Barnes, met by the defender, and Rush swings! What a goal! A magnificent strike. Hutchison had challenged for it, Hendry went for it, and when it came down, Rush swivelled, and that's a classic goal. 6 minutes left when Ian Rush gets some solace for Liverpool on a day of total discomfort for them, but that's a beauty. Burrows charges out with the ball for Liverpool. They've kept plugging away in this half. Up in the air it goes from the boot of May. Walters and Harkness, and now Barnes. Little shimmy from John Barnes, on he goes, might unleash a shot, no, he threads it through, McManaman still keeps going, Barnes loses out this time, and Ripley has the last touch of the ball over the 90 minutes. A very good 90 minutes indeed for Blackburn Rovers. It's ended here at Ewood Park. Blackburn Rovers 4, Liverpool 1.
A dominant Blackburn display which emphasised the changing of the guard at the top of the Premier League. Rovers continued on from their promotion the previous year and finished the season in 4th place, just 3 points off second. Liverpool, who'd been so used to dominating the old First Division, were a distant 6th, a massive 25 points behind the champions Manchester United. Very much a side in transition and missing key senior players, their defence was the major cause for concern, having conceded no fewer than 55 goals.